This story is one of the most tragic and upsetting stories to come out of the music industry in years. A body has been discovered in the front of a Tesla registered to the artist David. And that body has now been identified as a 15-year-old girl called Celeste Rivas, who has actually been missing since April 2024. Since then, the internet has just exploded with theories about hidden song lyrics, leaked Discord messages, tattoos, and even imagery in David's music videos going viral. His tour has now been cancelled. Performances with caskets are being very examined closely, and conspiracy theories are just spreading like wildfire. But here is the most important thing to keep in mind. Nothing has been proven. No charges as of yet with filming have actually been filed. Much of what is circulating online is unverified, alleged, or just purely speculation around the case. And at the centre of this story is a grieving family. So let's break down what we know, what has been alleged, and also why empathy and caution is so important in this story. So on September 8th of this year, police discovered human remains found in the front of a Tesla, which was impounded in Los Angeles. That car was found to be registered to the artist David. As said, the remains were found in the front trunk of the Tesla. Because of the level of decomposition, it took forensic testing to find out the identity. Authorities have later confirmed that the body is that of Celeste Rivas, a 15-year-old girl who had been missing for over a year. At this time of recording, no cause of death has actually been released yet. Investigators, I assume, are still collecting evidence, and David is reportedly cooperating with the authorities. So in the immediate aftermath of this news outbreak, David has actually cancelled the rest of his US tour dates, and I believe he's now cancelled the European tour dates. All the shows were pulled from places like Seattle, Los Angeles, they're all pulled. The European leg of the tour has been cancelled and tickets have been removed from those ticketing websites. His upcoming deluxe album release, a project that had been highly anticipated amongst fans, has also been delayed or suspended. Promotional materials have disappeared, and also merchandise that was tied directly to the tour has also been pulled from stores. This does show how much the investigation is affecting David's reputation and also his career in real time. I'm not to say that that is a bad thing or a good thing, I'm just kind of saying those as facts. This is obviously given a very detrimental effect to his career. There has been something that's kind of sent absolute shockwaves, and that is of one of his latest music videos. So adding fuel to all the speculation, David's new music video titled One More Dance has had some extreme controversy. In that video, fans point out scenes showing a body being pulled into a trunk of a car, as well as some other surrounding imagery that now seems very eerily similar to this real life discovery. Even more disturbingly to some, during his live tour, David has theatrically been bringing out a casket onto the stage. At the time, people just kind of saw this as performance art. I mean, it's not necessarily the most bizarre thing that any artist has done, but in hindsight, people are seeing this as evidence or even a confession. We do need to remind ourselves that this is artistic imagery, but the timing and the symbolism are now being interpreted very differently. Speculation doesn't just stop there. First of all, there are some alleged Discord messages that are now resurfacing between David and Celeste. Screenshots are circulating online claiming that their interaction actually started years ago when she would have obviously been very young. None of these screenshots have been verified by the police so far, so again, this is just speculations. Secondly, people are also now investigating and analysing all of the song lyrics from David, including unreleased tracks or leaked tracks. In one of these unreleased leaked tracks, there is a song with some references to the name Celeste. And of course, many people are seeing that as a direct confession. There's also a tattoo theory. Reports say that Celeste had the word shh on her finger and that David has the same design. People are treating this as evidence of a secret bond. I will say a lot of people have those sorts of tattoos. It is a coincidence. I'm not sure if that can be really taken as the strongest bit of evidence, but yes, that is one thing that's circulating. And finally, some recent reports are now trying to dig further and asking questions like, was Celeste pregnant? Did she lie about her age? Were there potentially two different girls named Celeste? The questions are of course being circulated, but they do remain unverified and in some cases just built on a lot more speculation than facts. Because David's music is very dark and emotional and metaphorical, fans and critics alike are trying to draw connections. Some claim that the lyrics are confessions, others say the tattoo proves a relationship, still others believe that the music videos are foreshadowing events. But the truth behind all of this is these are all conspiracy theories and none of these are confirmed facts. Art is not always autobiographical. Musicians have been known to use metaphors and exaggeration and storytelling to assume that every lyric is literal is dangerous. And in a case that is this serious, it could potentially distort reality of what is actually going on. Of course, no one knows whether David has done this or not. It's all alleged, and of course, no charges have been made. So people throwing about the accusations is potentially very damaging, especially knowing that people are doing this off of things like music videos and lyrics. And yes, it can seem disturbing and I understand where the conspiracy theories are coming from, but we don't want to muddy the water and potentially mess up any potential investigations and cloud judgment for those involved. Some of this could be reaching, and to be honest, I understand it. I understand the connections being made, but we do need to be aware that no charges have been made, no one has been found guilty, so we can't just keep bombarding a narrative that isn't yet confirmed. I think most importantly to remember is that the centre of all of this is a family who have lost a very young daughter. Celeste was only 15 years old. She had her whole life ahead of her. Apparently, I think that she would have actually been 14 roughly at the time of death, so she was very young. Her family is now obviously mourning her death, whilst also being forced to confront these conspiracy theories, accusations, scams online. Some reports have said that Celeste's family are trying to push back really hard against the false rumours online, including about how well they knew David and even about fraudulent fundraising attempts. For them, this isn't just a news story, it's their life and their tragedy and their grief that they now have to deal with. So what we actually know and what we don't know. What we know is the remains of the body of Celeste Rivas was found in David's Tesla. The cause of death has yet to be determined. Police are actively investigating and have now searched a residence connected to him. David has cancelled his tour and postponed his album. He has not yet been charged with any crime. What we don't know is how Celeste has died, how her body has ended up in the car, whether David had any involvement, whether the rumours about pregnancy, age, or multiple Celestes is true, whether the imagery in his music videos actually have any connection to real life. When stories like this do break out, the internet seems to just fill in the blanks, but that can come with serious consequences. False claims can, of course, hurt grieving families. They can help derail investigations. They can shape the public's opinion before facts are even established. And of course, this is in America. America and in the United States, everyone is innocent until proven guilty. That principle is there to protect justice, and it also is there to try and protect the truth. So I think coming up next to watch out for is if there are any official results from the medical examiners involved, any updates from the LAPD or prosecutors, if there's any new news or evidence relating David to this crime, whether any charges are filed. Until then, we won't have any answers, and speculation isn't going to make us any closer to the truth. This is a truly heartbreaking story. A teenage girl's life has ended far too soon. A family is left grieving, and an artist's career, reputation, and future are heavily under scrutiny at the moment. But remember this: a rumour is not a fact, allegations are not proof, and theories are not evidence. If you do see any wild claims online, probably pause a minute and think before you share them. Ask, is this verified? Is this respectful for the family? At the centre of this whole case is Celeste. She deserves to be remembered with dignity. I will try and continue to follow this story as more verified information comes out. If you want more updates on news stories without all the speculation, then please subscribe here, and please let's all commit to being empathetic and respectful as this tragedy does continue to unfold. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.